Hey there, everybody. It's Ken. And my CPAP journey has come to an unexpected end. Well, not really. It hasn't. It hasn't. It was unexpected and it wasn't. That's what I mean to say. So, a couple months back, I started CPAP therapy and I was really excited because I was hoping it would make a big difference. Um, but I didn't really notice any difference. I used it consistently for about 6 weeks. And honestly, it didn't feel like it was doing really anything for me. I was, still waking up exhausted, still napping twice a day. um, and it just really didn't feel like it was doing anything. And then I got bronchitis a few weeks back. Uh, had the emergency, not emergency, urgent care, the mobile urgent care people come by and they gave me a breathing treatment and they prescribed me some sort of antibiotic and of course steroids and excuse me. The thing is that my lungs have been crap for a while now, but it's been particularly noticeably worse since we both got COVID back in June of this year. And the cough just is not going away and it never completely goes away. And I get these coughing fits now that are just and double me over and and they can't find anything wrong. I mean they excuse me, they have not done um, dedicated imaging specifically for my lungs. They did a CAT scan recently because of my bicuspid aortic valve. I have to get that done every couple of years to keep an eye on it and make sure that there's not an increase in the stenosis or dilation or whatever it is. And so that looks fine, but of course they did see part of my lungs when they did that CT and they couldn't see anything on there. Again, it wasn't specifically for my lungs, but what they could see in the CAT scan looked like nothing. Nothing seems to be wrong. But boy, I feel it, and it's really frustrating. But that's neither here nor there. So I got the bronchitis. It was really bad. The cough was keeping me awake most nights, most of the night, and so I didn't use my CPAP all that week, and that just kind of confirmed for me when at the end of the course of antibiotics and I was feeling a little better that I didn't miss it because it wasn't really making a difference. So I had my follow up appointment with my pulmonary physician. I don't know what you call them, pulmonary doctor. Anyway, and I'd scheduled that. And when I brought in my machine, I was, because we are going to go over all of my data, and I was just going to say, look, I really don't think this is helping. I was hoping that you would be able to prescribe for me one of those custom made mouth guards. And I mean, it's pretty complicated. You have to go to a dentist, they take a mold. And the whole purpose of the mouth guard is to kind of push your jaw forward, during the night while you sleep. And that helps some people uh, to not have that mechanical obstruction that causes the apnea for them. And so I wanted to give that a shot. Uh, but the thing is, I never got that far. So I had an appointment last week and it was at 7:20 in the morning. I left what I thought was plenty of time, but I ended up behind a couple of different school buses and that slowed things down. So I was in the parking lot of the hospital at 7:20. And apparently the amount of time it took me to get from the parking lot up to the third floor and to walk in and say, "Hi, I'm here," um, that was a bridge too far because the doctor wouldn't see me. Uh, the receptionist was very, polite and nice about things, but she's all, well, because you walked in 5 minutes late, I have to check and see if we can still see you today. Um, I was kind of taken aback by that because it was literally just 5 minutes. But sure enough, I guess she sends a Slack or whatever, right, to the doctor, and she comes back and says, "Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to have to reschedule you." And I'm standing there at the check-in desk with my CPAP machine and its carrying bag and all that, and I just thought to myself, "Wow, okay. I respect the fact that I was late. I don't feel that 5 minutes was going to cause a big enough chain reaction, down the line for her day that it would irrevocably destroy her schedule for the rest of the day." Um, and I was standing right there and I had everything and I was ready to go and be seen. And I was a little stunned and I stood there and maybe 10 seconds went by. It felt like a lot longer to me, but I think my brain just slowed everything down. And so 10 seconds felt like a lot longer. But then I just said, you know what? Never mind. Don't bother. I guess I'm done. And I guess it's not really that important. Um, and I thanked her and then I walked out. And then as I'm waiting, down the hall for the elevator, the guy who had been checking out next to me at the next window caught up with me and he's all, um, so 5 minutes, eh? Oh yeah, I guess that was too much. And he laughed and we both get in the elevator and he's all, and the the thing is they only see you for like 3 minutes to tell you that you're using the machine wrong. So I mean, he was being tongue in cheek about it, or maybe not, but really, yeah, the visit itself with the doc to review my data from the CPAP machine wasn't going to take that long at all. And then I told him, we got into discussion in the elevator ride down. I told him about the mouth guard thing that I had planned to talk to my doctor about prescribing for me. And he sounded interested. So hopefully maybe he can follow up on that for him and what he's doing. But yeah, I can't bring myself to work with uh, a medical person who is who's like that. It just feels wrong. I was there. I was there. I was in the parking lot on time. I left like a good 25 minutes before I needed to be there. I had had early morning appointments before with other doctors in the practice because they've got the pulmonology department is in there some for some reason with the cardiology department. And I've had early morning appointments before, never had any issues with catching two school buses in a row. Um, but yeah, that felt like it was just her being punitive and maybe trying to teach me a lesson, I guess. And I don't want to work with someone like that. And honestly, my apnea is like at the very low end of the scale. There's like a graph that they use to determine how serious your sleep apnea is, and mine's, it's pretty low. It's it's really at the low end of the apnea spectrum. So I'm going to check in with my new primary care physician that I just got established with because my former primary care doc decided that they were going to concentrate on psychiatry. So I just recently um, got established with the new primary care doc, and I'm going to ask them if they can go ahead and prescribe that mouth guard for me, and just kind of go from there, I guess, because I don't know that there's any other sleep or pulmonologist in Reno or Sparks who is on my network, who's in my network. But, so yeah, the CPAP usage was going to end. It just ended in a way that I had no way of foreseeing how it was going to end. Definitely not the way I intended for it to come to a close. Just be warned that there is a pulmonologist in Sparks at a major hospital on the third floor of a building of said hospital who I guess don't ever be late, um, even if it's just 5 minutes, because she really doesn't like that, apparently. So that's the end of that. Anyway, just thought I'd share, and I hope all of you are having a good day. Um, Go ahead and put in the comments down below a any interaction you've ever had with a physician or some sort of medical personnel that just left you kind of shell shocked and surprised in a not great way, because I can't be the only person that has had a similar experience. For my day job, we've got a 15-minute grace period. It's like you have 15 minutes to show up for your appointment, and we don't just turn you away uh, if you're 5 minutes late. Wow, it still just hurts my brain. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I hope all of you are doing well, and I will see you hopefully soon in another video. All right, take care.